Good afternoon, everybody. This is Tucker Miller here again, and I was originally gonna do this video last night, but decided to let's just say I decided to do it today because it was kind of getting late for me to do the review. I kind of was busy last night, so yeah. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So, like I said, for my next movie review, I'm gonna be reviewing on Toy Story 4. Came out in 2019. So, plot of this movie takes place years after Toy Story 3 left off, and Woody wasn't being played with anymore, so Woody's been in the closet and he found himself useless. Then Bonnie went to kindergarten, and while she was in kindergarten, she made this spork named Forky, who was voiced by Tony Hale. And so yeah, Bonnie's parents decide to surprise Bonnie that they're going to be going on an RV trip, and she was excited. Then Woody introduced Forky to the other toys, and yeah. But Forky considers himself trash because he came from trash. But Woody keeps telling him that he needs to be there for Bonnie and that he is a toy. So yeah. So Bonnie took all of her toys to the RV trip, and yeah. But that night, Forky jumped out of the RV and Woody has to go find him. And yeah. Yeah, then Woody reunited with Bo Peep, which once again, Bo Peep is voiced by Annie Potts, and once again, Woody is voiced by Tom Hanks. So yeah. So it's up to Woody to get Forky back to Bonnie, and that's basically what the plot is. Now, what do I have to say about Toy Story 4? Great sequel. An absolute great sequel. Even though not many people are a fan of it, some people are not a fan of it, but I really enjoyed it. I love this movie. Back in 2014, when this film was announced, I was really looking forward to it. Because you know how much I loved the first three movies. But it said it was set to come out in 2017, but it actually didn't. Instead, Cars 3 came out in 2017. And then this film was originally gonna come out in 2018, but Incredibles 2 was already completed, so they decided to release Incredibles 2 instead in 2018. But Pixar stated that Toy Story 4 will actually be coming out in 2019. And it did. So yeah. And when the teaser trailer came out, I was so hyped to see it. I have anticipated in seeing this movie. I was really looking forward to it. So, yeah. Now and I actually saw this film in theaters twice. I actually did saw this movie in theaters twice. First time is on opening day, June 21st, 2019. I saw it with my brother, my mom, and my cousin. The same cousin I saw Toy Story 3 with. And it's the same movie theater I saw. And fun fact, we saw Toy Story 4 at the same movie theater where we saw Toy Story 3. And which known as that was my very first movie theater I ever went to, because Toy Story 3 was the very first movie I saw in theaters. So yeah. We saw it at the same exact movie theater as where we saw Toy Story 3 for my first time seeing it. So yep, saw it on opening day, and then the day after it came out, I saw this movie in theaters again the day after it came out, June 22nd, 2019. I saw it, this time I saw it with my brother, my dad, my stepmom, and my stepbrother. So, yeah. So, yep. And, so yeah. I had a fun time seeing this. I had a great time seeing this film in theaters. And yeah. Now let's talk about the characters of this movie. Woody and Buzz are once again great characters. Once again, Woody is voiced by Tom Hanks and Buzz Lightyear is once again voiced by Tim Allen. Bo Peep made a great return. Which we all know she was not in Toy Story 3. And yeah, Bo Peep is a great character once again, and once again voiced by Annie Potts. Forky, he's a funny character, and once again voiced by Tony Hale. And Bunny and Ducky, they're hilarious characters. Love Bunny and Ducky. They're hilarious. And Duke Kaboom, he's a really cool character, and he is voiced by Keanu Reeves, which we all know him in films such as The Matrix and Speed, which those are also great movies. So, yeah. Gabby, she's a great twist villain. You know, at first she was a villain at first. You know, she wanted Woody's voice box. And then she became a nice character. And Benson, which is Gabby's henchman, he's a pretty good character. The dummy from the antique shop. So, yep. And so yeah. Is there and Giggle McDimples? She's a great character too. The little Polly Pocket. And Billy Goat and Glup, which is Bo Peep's sheep. They're cute. They're adorable characters. So yeah. So yeah. So, and as for Jessie, Bullseye, Dolly, Wex, Ham, Swinky, the Potato Heads, Buttercup, and Trixie, and all the others, they were barely in the movie. The only returning characters that were in the movie, that were shown in the movie, were Buzz and Woody. And of course, Bo. Because she returned after not being in the third movie. So, yeah. But once again, Jessie is voiced by Joan Cusack. Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head are once again voiced by Dom Wickles and Instella Harris. And for Dom Wickles was originally going to record his dialogue, but however, he sadly passed away in 2017. So he never got the chance to record his lines. So Pixar decided to just use old dialogue from the previous 3 films. I think Disney on Ice shows and attractions and merchandise. So yeah, Mr. Potato Head is voiced by Dom Wickles, the late Dom Wickles. And Instella Harris, may she rest in peace as well. She also did a great job as Mrs. Potato Head. Wex is once again voiced by Wallace Shawn, and he did a great job. And yeah, almost I want to say the entire cast has returned. So yeah. So those are the characters I can think of on top of my head. Now, as for now, let's talk about some scenes in this movie. The beginning scene where we found out why Bo was not in Toy Story 3. That was a sad scene. Where Woody said goodbye to Bo, and yeah, on a rainy night. So yeah. And another character I can talk about is Bonnie. Bonnie is a great character, and you know, and something about Bonnie in this movie. Well, in Toy Story 3, she really loved Woody, but in Toy Story 4, she doesn't care about her at all. He doesn't care about him at all. So yeah, but oh well, Bonnie's still a great character. So yeah. So now back to the scenes. Talking about some scenes. So yeah, the beginning scene was sad, and the scene where Bunny and Ducky were kicking on Buzz. That was a funny scene, kicking his head, and yeah, so because Buzz is trying to escape the carnival, one of the carnival games, and yeah, that was a funny scene. And oh, the old plush watch. That was another funny scene. Ducky and Bunny, they're hilarious characters, like I said. So yeah, the old plush watch. So yeah. And where Woody reunites with Bo Peep. That was still a great scene. So yeah. Still a great scene. That was a great scene, too. So yeah. So yeah. And if I forgot to mention this, I'm sure I did, but Buzz and Woody are once again voiced by Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, if I forgot to mention. But I'm pretty sure I did. Just want to double check if I did. So anyways, yeah. And we cannot forget the ending to this movie. The ending was so sad. You know, where Woody decided to stay with Bo. So yeah, and he said goodbye to all the other toys, and especially Buzz Lightyear. And yeah. And he said goodbye to Forky, and yeah. All the toys gave Woody a hug, and yeah. So yeah. That was a sad scene. I actually cried yesterday while watching that scene. And I even cried when I saw it in theaters for the first time on opening day. I actually cried when I went to go see it on opening day. When I got to that scene. Very sad scene. Very sad movie. So yeah. So yeah. When this movie came out, now another thing I can say about this movie, when this movie came out, I mean, Toy Story 4 is a great sequel, although it's not really necessary. The movie wasn't really that it wasn't this movie was a little bit unnecessary because, you know, many people said they should have stopped after Toy Story 3, but Pixar decided to make a Toy Story 4, and to me, I thought it had a clear ending, but however, last year in February, it was announced that we're gonna be getting a Toy Story 5 that is set to come out on June 19th, 2026. I mean, I'm really looking forward to Toy Story 5, but again, it wasn't even necessary. It wasn't needed. But you know, it was a little bit unnecessary. Toy Story 5 was kind of unnecessary, wasn't even that necessary, but hey, I'm looking forward to going seeing it. Even though people say they should have stopped after Toy Story 3. So yeah. But yeah, I want to say Toy Story 4 had a perfect ending too, so yeah. But I actually am looking forward to Toy Story 5. When Toy Story 5 comes out, I'm definitely gonna go see it. And I'll probably review on it too. So yeah. And so yeah. Now I have some bit of things that I want to say about this movie. I remember McDonald's promoted this movie in their Happy Meals. I try to get all the Happy Meal toys, but I only have like 3 of them. Like I got the one for Buzz, Jessie, and the Squeeze Toy Aliens. So yeah, I remember going to McDonald's and got some of the Toy Story 4 toys that they had. So yeah. And another thing about this movie is I actually went to Walt Disney World when this movie came out. While this film was still showing in theaters, I went to Toy Story Land, got to meet Woody, Buzz, Jessie, and Bo Peep. So yeah, that was fun. Man, summer 2019 was a fun year. I was about to enter my freshman year. So yeah, Disney World. My trip to Walt Disney World in Orlando was a fun trip. So yeah. And I remember getting this DVD when it first came out, on the day it came out, October 8th, 2019, which is really pretty cool. Really cool. So, yeah. So that's all I can say about Toy Story 2. So I'm going to give, Toy Story 4, so I'm going to give Toy Story 4 a 10 out of 10. There are absolutely no flaws with this film. Like some people say it does, but not to me. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this movie review on Toy Story 4. And stay tuned for my next movie review, which will be on Onward. Until then, see you in the next video.